intervention has helped. It's called melodic intonation therapy. So I'll play both the videos. First,
I love you.
1 month after the shooting, Gabby Giffords was in the hospital in Houston, settling in for the long haul.
Good.
I can tell you that rebuilding speech after an injury to the left side of the brain is exhausting, often agonizing work. Before the shooting, she was a dynamic, engaging speaker.
The libertarians and the vegetarians, I want to thank each and every one. Good to see you.
A Fulbright scholar, fluent in Spanish.
Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias.
Now, in those early therapy sessions in Houston,
You turn on the light.
it seemed as though words had abandoned her.
Let's try this one. Watch me. Yes. Turn on the...
For those of us injured on the left side of the brain, our loss of words can make us feel trapped inside our own minds.
Gabby, are you frustrated? Can I tell you something? It is going to get better. Okay? It's frustrating right now, but it is going to get better. You've come a long way in 5 weeks. You've come a long way.
And then, in this emotionally charged moment, to our absolute amazement, we heard this.
Okay? You're going to do this. You ready? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Remember, at this point, she couldn't say the word light. Suddenly, there she was, singing that word and a whole lot more.
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
So this is one of the many examples that you might find there, and this is actually it's quite amazing. I feel that they can't speak those words, but they can actually sing it. And
I am
so they start teaching speech with some sort of
Then
melodic
gradually,
intonation.
the music fades away, and the words can stand on their own.
So what are you gonna tell him? Give me a kiss right now.
Okay, so that was just to give you an example of the work that is actually being done, right? It's not just saying, okay, somebody did some trials, some clinical trial somewhere and they found a result, but there's a lot of work that is being done. And I'll play one last video for you, which is in dementia care. So as you know, dementia is related to Alzheimer's, dementia, it's all in the same spectrum where it's related to loss of long-term memory or short-term memory. You can't retain much anyway. So they just seem to have lots of issues with memory. So but what is fascinating is that this person, I'll just play a small snippet of this. So he does not recognize his daughter, he does not recognize most people, but then the minute music, he's listening to some music from, let's say, his 20s, 30s or 40s, you should see the reaction change. So let me just play that bit, and I'm going to scroll to that part. So that's his daughter, and he just cannot even recognize her. So, and it tends to be very taxing and emotional on the family as well, and very difficult for the patients themselves. So this is her caregiver, and the caregivers are trained to make sure that they get their daily dose of music for their mental well-being. So let's see.
You want your music now? Let's try your music, okay? And then you tell me if it's too loud or not.
Then he is given an iPod containing, we know, his favorite music. Immediately, he lights up. His face assumes expression, his eyes open wide, he starts to
Okay, the audio is not the audio is not that good there, but there's a documentary called Alive Inside, and that is primarily related to music and Alzheimer's. So there's been a lot of work going on there where they do provide them with more music listening activities, and hence it does improve their general mental well-being. And maybe Shantala will touch upon a bit on dementia as well, dementia care and music. So there's a lot of echo. Okay. Yeah. So there is a lot of work being done here which says that listening to pleasant music can have a temporary positive effect on mood and cognitive function in persons with dementia, and cognitively stimulating musical hobbies are of course associated with better mental health and reduced risk of developing dementia in healthy older patients as well. So just to summarize what I've been saying so far, that okay, so listening to music and participating in musical activities has been found to be extremely beneficial. Musical training can be used as a tool for promoting brain plasticity across the lifespan. And there is growing evidence of the effectiveness of music not only to reduce stress and anxiety, but also to improve cognitive functions of healthy individuals as well as people in a host of clinical conditions. So thank you for your attention, and I hope that the main talks, actually, this was just like an overview, but the other talks will shed light on several aspects of this. And thank you for coming once again, and welcome to the 2-day symposium. Thank you.